Good morning. I know I haven't done a makeup tutorial in a little while, but I uploaded one just like a little while ago, so I'll be uploading that to my YouTube channel. I just wanted to go through and talk about a couple of really good hair products that became available to consumers. I want to say like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, but this is the new blow dryer that I got, and I think it's one of the best blow dryers on the market. It's extremely lightweight. It's by Dyson, and so it's extremely lightweight, and I really think this is a really good one for anybody who's looking for like a professional blowout. So it came with a few attachments. It came with this attachment, which I don't use this. I just feel like, I don't know, maybe if your hair is wet, like totally wet, and you want to use this to kind of pull up for volume, you can, but I don't use this one because I'm just afraid that like it'll like pull on the hair unnecessarily. And then there's this attachment that like you can put on, and it like basically tames any kind of flyaways, and this is good for that. And finally, there's this attachment, which is like your traditional type of kind of very, like it zooms in. It's very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's very targeted. And I think this is good for that, for like a very targeted blow dry. I kind of like this dispersed one when my hair is kind of dry already, so that it comes with this one on already, and it just kind of disperses the airflow to like all of your hair. And so I like that one. I'll show like an example of how to use this, and it'll be a little bit loud, but at least you'll be able to see kind of the performance. I like to do like a little bit of this Moroccan oil frizz treatment on it first before I start blow drying. So this is my hair just dried out, and I'm just gonna go over it with the Dyson On The Go spray too. This is probably one of the best products I've used on my hair, and I just kind of spray it all over, and then I can feel comfortable blow drying my hair just because I'm applying heat. And that one is good for heat too. So I'll just kind of brush out my hair. I just got this brush, which I think it's good. It's the Kitsch hairbrush, and I got that on Amazon. I know a lot of these things went on sale during Prime Day. I know Prime Day is over, but a lot of these things are still fairly priced. So I'll go ahead and show you a little bit about kind of like what this blow dryer can do. I also have the new Dyson Airwrap, which I think is really good. Not so much for blow drying, but just to kind of like do that final like kind of curl to the hair if you like that. And that's about it. So I'm gonna kind of split my hair where I normally would split it, so probably like that, and then I'll just go over my hair with the blow dryer. Super powerful, like most Dyson products. I like to try to pick it up from the root with like a paddle brush like this. Let me go to the other side. that kind of just put my situation with my hair to a place where I can kind of section it off right now. Something I want to share is that I probably have like all of the Dyson blow dryers, just because like who knew like a Dyson company that actually was built on just vacuums, right? That's what they're known for, is like probably the best hair care line you could find. So I got this one when it first came out. It's their OG blow dryer. It's a really good blow dryer. I would say it's good, but it's definitely not as good as this launch right here. This is their like R-shaped Dyson blow dryer that I just used. And then I also got the Dyson Airstrait, which this is a really good one if your hair is like totally wet and you just want to go in from the root and just blow dry it all out. This is a really, really good one for that. But I also have the Airwrap, which is really good. So they all kind of just have different qualities. This is just their OG blow dryer, so I got that one. That other one, the Airstrait, is great, like I said, for wet hair. This one's good for wet and dry. And I mean, they're all really good. So I wouldn't say you have to get every single Dyson product to do your hair, but they just came out at different times. So the launches were different for different reasons, and that's why I picked them all up. But I think you could probably just grab one. If I were to grab one, I would probably grab this one. And then maybe if you like to do curls or whatever, you could do it with like a flat iron, which I have 2 flat irons that I highly recommend. This flat iron right here came out a couple of years ago. It's the GHD Chronos. It's a really good flat iron. I love it, but I also got this one several years ago and I always come back to it. It's the BaBylissPRO Nano, and it's like their 1-inch. And this is probably I would say the best flat iron on the market, especially if curly hair. I'm gonna grab their launch from last year, which was the COQ Airwrap. It came in a really nice box, and it just came with a lot of products and a lot of different ways to curl your hair if you like different barrel sizes. So this is the COQ10. I think that's what it's called, but I'll edit it if I need to. But this is the basic piece that comes in there, or the main piece. And then I like this barrel, which is like their thinner one. They have like a 2-inch. This is like their 1-inch. And this one just does an amazing job for like the finishing parts of your hair, or just to finish it off. They have this, which is supposed to be like work almost like a flat iron. I don't love it as a flat iron. I think it's okay if you're just trying to blow your hair out. This is their thicker barrel. I don't like this size. I prefer this size just for longer hair. This is the brush that you can connect if you want. That's their thinner brush. Then they've got the flat paddle brush. And then they finally have like just to diffuse the hair with this one. So a lot of good stuff out by Dyson if you like that line, or if you like high quality blowouts. I would highly recommend it for that. I'm just going to section my hair off now to do the rest of the blow dry, just because I kind of did the base. Like I like to do a rough draft for that just to see how I want my hair styled. And you could do a lot of different looks. I'm just going to do like my basic go-to look for like an everyday. Just looking for my little hair clips. I'm going to put my hair up and section it off so that I can blow dry it and section it off in a more precise way. So just going to section it off. I like these little claw clips, and so that's that. And then just section off the front. The hair dye that I use is the chocolate brown hair dye. It's my favorite one by L'Oreal. and it's a preference. I think it just has the best undertones for like a tan skin tone, and it lasts, I would say, for like 6 weeks. But yeah, that's kind of like the basic products that I use for my hair to get it to the style that I like and to like the hair tone that I like. I would say my natural hair color is probably a little bit lighter, but I just really like the undertones of this hair dye. I don't like to dye the back of my hair. I just feel like it's very damaging for the back, and luckily I don't have that many grays in the back. I do have grays, but not as many, and I just feel like it's not worth it to like dye the back and like damage it, just because I like to keep my hair long, and I feel like either dyeing or blow drying your hair like definitely will impact that growth. So yeah, a little hair tip, when you dye your hair, definitely just coat your ends with a conditioner, and then as well as, like, for me, I like to do castor oil on the end just so that it kind of gives it, while I'm treating the front with the hair dye, I think it's good to just kind of give yourself a spot treatment for your hair on the ends, which probably are very thirsty and needed anyway. So that's my advice on that. To do the blow drying in like a more specific and targeted way, you could do like a round brush and just blow dry your hair out so that you can get the roots. I'm gonna use this one. Gives it a really smooth blowout. And then to just go over it, to hold the style, I just go over it with the Babyliss flat iron, like that. You could curl it at this point with the flat iron, or you could use the Airwrap, either one. It just kind of depends on like the timing you have and like how precise you want the style. If I'm in a rush, I usually don't do all those steps. I'll just do like maybe the blow dry. But today I have a little bit of extra time, just meeting a friend. Like, this is a part that I normally don't put hair dye on, so you could see that there's like a little bit of grays poking out here. But I'm just not at the point where I've broken down and decided to dye it, like all of it. I've dyed all of it at some point, but I don't want to do it like frequently. Also, like if I'm going to do the back, I'd rather just like have a professional do that so that they can take all the necessary precautions to protect like the scalp, the hair, everything. So same, just gonna blow dry. And this is very thin, so you can get like really close to the scalp and like make sure it's super smooth on the top. I find the other one, which was this one, it doesn't go super close. I think it's because of that barrel shape, because it's supposed to be like good for curling, but it doesn't go close to the scalp. And I think the 2-inch one is even worse for that, because I've had both. And I returned the 2-inch because it's just too bulky to get close. And then just go over it again with the flat iron. For that smooth finish and to also eliminate all the flyaways. And now for like the front pieces, which are easier obviously because they're closer to the front. I find the heart back to be a little bit harder, especially with the length, but it's all good. I've gotten used to doing my hair. I feel like probably 2 passes is more than enough. Even 1 if you want. On a more casual day, I probably would just go like 1 pass. I wouldn't be too precise. If I'm going to a wedding, obviously, probably I'd be really precise with the style. That's that. You could clip it back. I'm okay to just push it behind my ears, which ears are popular right now. Everyone's getting like multiple piercings on their ears. Hopefully that trend doesn't die because I just got 3 piercings on my ear and I really love it actually for when I wear my hair back. So just got like these 3. There's actually a 4th one, but I don't have anything in it. Here we go. I haven't gotten like the top part of my ear pierced just because I've seen that and I think it looks really good on a lot of people and it just creates like kind of a cool look, especially if you're going to put your hair up or like in a ponytail. But I've heard it's really painful and it takes a lot of time to heal. If you've gotten it, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you healed or if it took a long time or if that's a myth. I don't know. People have told me it takes like a really long time to heal like the top part or anything beyond like here. So starting up here, there's just like a lot more cartilage. And so I'm a little bit reserved about like perhaps getting that. My goal has been like every summer to get like a piercing, like at least 1 on my ear, just because I know it takes a little time to heal. And so I feel like if I get them 1 at a time, it's good. Like obviously I got this first one when I was a baby, then I got this one last summer. Actually I got that second one last summer, then I got these 2 this summer. And on this side I have 3. And I think it's just so fun. Like you get to change out the earrings and just create different looks. There's a lot of studios out here that are doing a piercing. Like in Newport. I'm in California, so there's a lot of good spots for piercings out here in California. I was in France over the summer and they had a lot of great spots out there too, and I thought maybe I'd get one while I was out there, and then I just didn't want to deal with like the healing process because there's like a solution you have to put on it, and I just didn't want to slow myself down with having to like monitor that. So I just waited until I got back, which I think was probably a good decision. But yeah, it's been really fun. So I'm on the last piece of this side, and I just like to be very precise with the front. So this part's already pretty straight, so I don't think I need to go over it with the blow dryer. I'll just go over it with the flat iron. And then I just like to curl to kind of frame the face right there. And I cut these front pieces shorter just so that it created a little bit of a framing to the face. I was really worried when I cut it, and because I always get kind of regretful when I cut pieces of my hair, just because later on I realize it just doesn't work. I'm kind of like one of those people that my hair just looks best when it's just about all the same length with like very few face framing pieces. I don't look good with bangs. Like my forehead's too small for bangs. I've definitely made that mistake so many times, and so I've been more careful about that type of decision for my hair. I also really like short hair, but I found that like long hair looks better, so I've done both. I've had short hair and long hair. If you're not sure what hair length works good for you, you could absolutely try like taking a picture of yourself, which I did that, I want to say like 6 months ago, just to see, because I don't know, I just wanted to be sure. I'm pretty sure that I knew that long hair looked best for my face length and my face structure, but I took a picture anyway just to see, because I saw a lot of people talking about that, and then it'll tell you like what's the best hairstyle and like length for your face, as well as like so many other cool things that you could figure out based on your structure. So I'm still on this, I finished the first side, I'm on the second side. Yeah, definitely a little more grays on this side. I probably will get it done professionally at some point. Almost done. I think it's been like, it took me like, I want to say it's going to take me about, usually take me about 20 minutes to do all my hair, which I don't think is too bad. I mean, it's not light speed, but it's not too bad either. When I've used other blow dryers, I think it took closer to like an hour, I would say, with probably not as good of a finish. But, and I also know that like other blow dryers tend to like burn the hair and like snag it because it's just burned off. So this is the last piece of the back, and then I'll be able to do the final piece facing like kind of closer to the front. And then just to get some volume, I tend to like lift this piece and just pull it up, combing upwards. And then just grab my flat iron and try to get close, or as close as possible, and just lift this part so that I have like a little bit of volume, or like a little bump, a little bit of a bump. Just makes it look professional. Just a really good finish in the back. And then ready to move on to the front. Well, not quite. Let me go over that piece again, just because it got a little bit tingled with parts of the front. Okay, so ready for the front. Just those face framing pieces, which are like my favorite to do. And I think I might not go over it with the blow dryer. I think I could just get away with the flat iron because it's pretty dry. Okay. I love the shine. It's really, really shiny because of the products and just because of the tools. And that's that side. And I just have all this baby, like new growth in the front, so I'm just gonna try to hold that down. Super smooth finish. That's what I like to see. And I cut these parts in the front, like I said, on both sides. Just got like the little razor for that. There's like a hair razor to do. I know a lot of people are doing that butterfly. I didn't do that. I didn't go that far, but I just last summer I bought the razor, the hair razor, and then I made it work out so that I had a bit of a face framing style, which I thought helped not only just kind of bring up some of the weight that was down here. I thought it just made it look more polished. And we're almost on the final piece, which is good. And just get in there. I like the minimal flyaways. I think I'll split this piece just so precise. Final piece, guys, yay. Almost done. I don't know, I'm debating right now whether I'll go over it with the Airwrap just for the ends. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. Just to show you guys how cool it is. Okay, so the front's done. So this is what it looks like. Super smooth. Looks really, I love it. It just looks really shiny. So I'm gonna switch blow dryers. I'm gonna get rid of, put this baby away. Super great blow dryer, this one. They're all in the same drawer down here so I can find them easily. And then I'm just gonna plug in this one and you just pick the direction. For a second, just want to do the ends. Wrong direction. Okay, just looks really good. And then I'll just section off this part, maybe 4 sections. Just looks even bouncier. Like if you compare, like it just looks flat. That just looks super bouncy. So it depends on the look you're going for. If you like a flatter look, I wouldn't do this step. If you like more of a bouncy look, this is a great step. So I'm going to switch the direction. Hopefully I got it right this time. And then I'll just do this list as my last section. Get it all together. Like if I'd left it longer or put like hairspray or whatever, like it could be like super precise and like perfect, but I was just doing like kind of simple just to see. And anyway, this is the final look. Looks super great. I love it. Thank you guys for watching.